Hello, welcome to my channel. If you are one of those who have been looking for a business opportunity that you can do in Nigeria or probably anywhere across the world, and you have a capital of at least 100,000 naira, and you're like, okay, what business can I do with this? Then probably the business of egg supply or egg selling can be yours. Yeah, you can actually start a business around this, and you can make as as more as 3,000 naira per day. Yeah, and I'm assuring you that. So just watch this video to the end. I'm going to put you through what it takes and how you can start your own egg retailing or supply business in Nigeria. If you are new on this channel, this is a buying and selling in Nigeria. This is a one hub YouTube channel where we talk about small business idea. We don't promise you very big money. We don't promise you a very huge business idea. You know, of course, you can become big when you expand them and you give it your time. But in this video, we are actually, or this channel, what we do is to give you an idea of a place where you can get your stuff easily and a product that you can actually sell, and make money. And of course, prices of stuff which are currently in the market. So let's begin without wasting much of your time. So, like I said, if you are new here, just subscribe so that you and hit the notification button so that you get notified once you drop another video of something related like this. You can check some of our videos as well, and you've talked about a lot of things. We've talked about cricket business, we've talked about palm oil supply. So today we're talking about egg. Egg. Um, it is an undisputable fact that egg is one of those food items that is overly subscribed to by a lot of people. A lot of people eat egg. I actually don't know if there are people who don't eat egg as such. Of course, there are, but what I'm saying in essence is that the demand for egg is huge in Nigeria. For me, of course, we have a very huge population, and this tell you that there's a market for it. The production rather is limited to certain area. Up north, they don't actually do a lot of egg production, probably because of the heats and the temperature and the climate. But down in the south, a lot of huge productions of supply. I mean, the production of egg, and that makes it very interesting that people actually have to move egg from the south to the north. So up north, there's demand for egg, and the reality that as about this business is that you don't even need to labor so much to look for market. People that need egg are actually looking for you. Even as a farmer, they are looking for you. If you have a layers of uh, of birds and they are giving you eggs every day, egg buyers, suppliers, and retailers will be flooding your farm. That's the reality. I'll do a video subsequently on egg production as a farmer, but today we are talking about egg selling and reselling. Recently, there was a day I went to. I was actually looking for egg to buy for my home to make yam and egg, and I sacked the first job. I checked the second shop as well, and I checked the other shop in my neighborhood, and all the three shops are saying that they couldn't get to. They've searched everywhere. I was like, wow. So there's demand, and we this is December. I mean November, 2000 and 21. So I was like, wow. So I now met the woman, and we started talking. I was like, okay, how much do you get these eggs? And she told me, yeah, a supplier usually come to supply them, And so basically is a new size, is a new growing area. And we have about four, for those I know, I think they are like four. They're like four around me, close to my house, and one single person is supplying them. And sometimes some of those people might get like 5 crates, you know. Imagine. So if he brings 10 crates, what am I if he brings 20 crates, yeah. If he brings 20 crates, he will supply to those 4 or 5 places around me. Do you get it now? So that's one thing. So I was now asking, what happened? And I said, how much do you get? He said they get it at 1,700 naira because the price is going up recently. So that's about we are in November now. So and they sell at 70 naira per one, and they're about 30 in a crate there, and that's about 2,100 naira. So they make 400 naira in their home. They are not traveling anywhere. They are not going anywhere. They're on transportation to go and do. It's basically their own profit. So it now depends on the duration of time they can use to sell this thing. So invariably, as a reseller, presently as a reseller, if you can make you can if you can it depends on how, the number of times that you want to, the number of days you want to use to sell. But I asked her, how long do you I mean, what's the number of days you used to sell a crate? And she told me like a 4 or 5 days. And this is a very small neighborhood, like 4 or 5 days. Yeah, it doesn't, because she retails a whole lot of things. She has a provision shop. She sells pure water. She sells bread. She sells a lot of things. So by the time she makes 400 naira from egg, make something similar on pure water, make something similar on bread, make something similar on noodles, a whole lot of them. By the time you put this thing together, it's a whole lot of money. So let's face egg now. So I was like, okay, you make she told me like, okay, sometimes, if I want to go there and I want to buy, for family who are buying, for people who are buying for family, you don't buy one or two. Sometimes you buy like 5 or 6. And if I buy 5 for my family, and another family, probably they don't stock egg in their house, come again, they buy another 5. So possibility that if it's a very huge place, you can sell as many as possible. So let's talk about those who actually supply. The retailers make a whole lot of profits. Like I said, they make like 400 naira, but for the supplier, they make like 100 naira. They get it from farms like let's say 1,600 naira, and they sell at at 1,700. But the good thing is that they supply once in, at a go as a wholesaler. you know so you actually need to define which uh, path you want to follow, which category you want to belong. Do you want to become a retailer, or do you want to become the retailer? Is actually good if you have a shop, if you have somewhere, or if you are already selling something. But if you want to major on this fully, as you don't have any other thing you are doing, is mainly this thing, then I think you can start with like as an wholesaler, or probably a supplier rather. So you get like 20 crates, like I said, 20 crates. Look for new communities. The problem is that most of these retailers already have their customers. They already have their suppliers. But like I said, in case of disappointment, like they have experienced now, I can come in and I jack, their supply cartel. And like, okay, you don't have, yeah, I have, and I bring it to them. Do you get it now? So this is where you can actually come in. So it's a whole lot to uh, uh, you know, get feel into the market at start. But once they know they already have another, someone, I mean, another supplier, then you have no problem. What you need is you don't need a whole lot of suppliers. Sometimes you just need, for like probably, if they are very good suppliers, Yeah, I mean, if you are very good retailers, you need just like five. Yeah. So as I'm saying, the supplier makes like 100 naira. So if you collect a crate um, of egg, let's say you collect at 1,006, yeah, and you got like let's say 50, yeah, let's say 50 now. So that's like 80,000 naira if I'm correct. That's like 80,000 naira on that 50. And that 50, you make 100 naira on that 50. That's like 50, I mean, 5,000 naira. You can supply this 50 to just two people or just one person. Yeah, if you there are people who make use of a lot of eggs, like bakers, people who bake, you know, a lot for cake and all those things. Bake, you know, people do donuts and all. They have uh, they have a very huge use of egg. You look for aboki that sells tea, indomie, and these people a lot of people crack eggs there. You know, you can supply schools, eateries, you know, people, canteens, yeah, people rice, cook food, you know, in the early in the morning. You can supply them. That's like restaurants as well. A whole lot of these places, you know, and you can supply homes. There are people who actually I used to buy. I used to have a customer then that supply a lot of egg, but I like, okay, my family consumed this egg too much, so I was like, okay, let me be restraining a little bit. So, you know, at the end of the month, we have salary earners who, you know, buy these eggs, you know, once they collect salary. So you have to, once you have a good number of houses like that, you supply them one crate or two crates, you know, you can supply what's it called, you know, campuses, you know, campuses, student hostels, you know, a lot of students also consume a lot of get eggs. So that's for if you are a supplier. So you can, all this 50 that I'm talking about, you can easily supply this 50. And if you say you are starting with an 100,000 naira, you are starting with like out of that 100,000 naira. The problem, yeah, I have to talk about the challenge. The challenge is the mobility, the transportation of the eggs. If you don't have a car, it will be a big problem, but you don't have to start very huge, you know, like I said, 100,000 naira. We have crates. Like if you are watching this video, we have apart from the crate, there are two types of crate. We have the plastic, we have the paper type. The paper type is more preferable because it's allows it prevents the shock of cracking the egg more. Yeah, it's like a cushioning effect, you know, than the plastic one. I don't like the plastic one like that. And they are different. There are also different types of crates. So these are things that you need. You need a crate. You need a way of transporting them. Well, probably you get a taxi that can people help you. Once you spot out these places that you want to supply to, you can even get bikes. My brother did it. Sometimes you get a bike, you know, you just place them. Probably there's a rack now for holding uh, um, crates. So you just put them put them, I mean, align them and put them in that crate and arrange them very well. You get a bag that will take you for the very first time, go there, supply, take the second one, and by the time you are done, you can spend like 1,000 naira on transportation, you know. So by the time, if you make 5,000 naira from 50 supplies, you make 5,000 naira supply, 50 supplies, you can just spend like 1,000 naira on transportation, and you pocket your 4,000 naira. Do you get it now? So you do that. If you do that in a day, if you do that in a day, you give them time. Like, okay, probably like in the next 3 days or 4 days, someone will call you back. Like I said, someone said he's selling a crates, you know, in 5 days. There are some who sell crates in 2 days. So in a week, you can replicate that. So that means you can make, for a small starter, I'm talking about starter now, you can make like 6,000 naira. You can, for like twice, you can make, or you can make like 8,000 naira in a week from this. And this is a business you are starting with 100,000 naira, don't forget. So these are ways to, and these are practicable. These are practicable. I have people who are doing it. The other challenge that you might be facing, of course, you need to know how to sort out the eggs. We have the jumbo size egg, we have the medium, and we have the small called the pullets. So by the time you are buying, you need to get the poultry, able to sort out this thing, separate the large one from the medium, from the, and you have to, mix them, like that. Or you sell, a lot of people usually go for the big one. So you have to be very careful. So by the time you are starting, you can use you can use the small crates. You can use the small crates, I mean big crates, to go and buy. Then, and when you want to display, you use a small crate. There are crates that actually look small, but on that small crates, the eggs actually look bigger in high, because a lot of people who want to buy usually, they look at it, they feel it in their hand, like, okay, this thing is actually very big. So these are actually little ways you can start, but trust me, this is a doable business. I have a lot of people that are doing it, and it's making a whole lot of sense with it. you know by the time you are moving, a lot of people are actually expecting to start with like 800,000, 400,000. You don't need to start with that. Just find, there are demands for egg, and there are people who are actually looking for it. Getting it is actually the problem. So you need to look for farm. If you need a supplier, you can tell us where you are located. We can actually help you locate a trustable supplier. And you have to be very careful, especially if you are searching online. There are a lot of fake videos, a lot of fake pictures of poultry farms that people download from somewhere else and pretend to be a good supply channel, or probably an authenticated supply chain. Most of them, or some of them, are liars. So you have to be very careful. We can actually help you get someone. We just give you the number, you contact, you go there to see for yourself. You have to be wary of buying things online if you cannot take that risk. A lot of scammers online now. So these are a few things I want to talk about on egg supply business. It's a very good business, and if you are ready to take the challenge, I want to hope, and I want to wish you the very best. So until then, when we shall be dropping another video on another interesting small business idea you can start in Nigeria, don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification button so that you get notified once you drop another video. God bless you.